I wanted to talk about gardening today. And I'm using gardening as an analogy, not out here messing with them hoes in the garden of life. But, pretty much anything, has an analogy or a similitude to it. So what I want to talk about is there are some things or some nuances I want to teach to some of you fathers who are going through things with child support and some remedies. And my remedies are not remedies for you to be a deadbeat or to skate out on your children. My remedies are always for you to set your children up for a better life than you've ever experienced. If you're going to be an employee for your children. Don't be an employee for some other man so you can help their children grow, a huge foundational wealth. Now, when I'm giving you the remedy for child support, I'm not giving you the remedy for child support to suspend a support order and to keep the money for you selfishly. I'm giving you the remedy so you can set up a trust for your children. Also, an account or, start them getting credit or at least business credit so they can inherit the world. In the Bible, it says the meek shall inherit the earth. Well, there has to be good and evil to exist in this world. But the meek will always inherit the world, especially if they have righteous intentions behind them. And sometimes people have righteous intentions and it gets, convoluted between, the greater good for a society and their own ego or their own intent. But when you're having a child or you're stuck in a system which is built to break men down and use them as surety for insurance contracts or, loan contracts or basically any cash flow claim, you have to be smart. So when I'm telling you to cancel these support orders and, get your money and I'm not telling you to do that for yourself. I'm telling you to do that for your children. So when you cancel your support order, and those of you that know tax law, when you receive this as a check, well, you're supposed to deposit it in a trust for your children or deposit it in an account for your children, maybe an interest-bearing account, whatever you want to. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to invest your money. I know how to invest mine, but I'm not here to tell you how to invest yours. But when you set this interest-bearing account up or whatever you want to invest in, if you want to use the money to buy real estate and flip it for your children or whatever you want to do, that's your thing. But do not deposit this money once you receive it, okay? So if you cancel a child support order, you go in and you receive the cash flow claim from it or you receive the money that you've ingested in this system, you're going to take this and set it up for your child. Okay, set up businesses for your children and work the business for your child. Be the employee for your child and don't be an employee for a corporation. I would rather build an empire with my child, if I had one, than to build another man's empire so he can give it to his children. So you have to understand, a lot of people, when we get in this money, discharging debts and doing stuff like this, we always want to do it for our own selfish needs. That's cool because you have a right to be comfortable while you're on this earth because we don't know how long or when our physical existence will end or if we'll manifest into something else. Maybe I'll go on that journey and bring it back to you if I come back. But the best thing is to set up a business and start getting business credit for your children at a young age. And then kind of getting them into this business so they like doing it and making it fun for them. So they're earning money and just turn it into a game. It's just a game. I mean, life is a game, regardless if you like it or not. But when you water a plant correctly, you plant it in a good soil and you raise the plant, you cultivate the plant. The plant tends to grow up with its head on its shoulders. So it's very important for children and fathers and mothers to lose the selfishness, that we've been born and bred into, and to build empires for their children at a young age. Because if my child is a CEO, he never has to work for another man or woman, and he doesn't have to answer to them. He only has to answer to himself or me if I'm in a position of power. But once I turn over the reins to him, he should have all of the knowledge. Some of the best boxers in the world were boxers as children. You see what I'm saying? So why shouldn't we be financial savants at a young age? Why shouldn't we be, controlling our own states and cities, be more into political, affairs while our children are young? So, we can pave all of this out. After this so-called coronavirus, the crown is going to switch. And I'm a non-theist. So if I'm telling you Bible stuff, believe it like believe it like you heard it from God himself. And I'm not trying to put myself in that situation. I'm just saying, believe it like you hear it, because I'm not telling you anything with malicious intent. But the Bible said the meek will inherit the earth. Well, through this corona pandemic, this is what I believe is going to happen. I believe that these properties that are overvalued are going to come down. These stocks that are overvalued are going to come down. And the people who have made themselves available and who have taken the time and put in the time to get this knowledge are going to be the ones who inherit the earth. And we just have to run it in a righteous nature, because it has been ran from unrighteous people for a while. So I just wanted to give y'all this. This is nothing, I'm not blaspheming as so-called people. I understand the Bible in a whole different context than other people do. And I'm not going to, hold y'all with that. But I just wanted y'all to get this information. Make sure you water your seeds and set them up correctly so they don't ever have to go through what you have to go through. You may have been born a slave, but you can always end up a king or a queen. I'm out.